Hi there! Welcome to Luge Fluent, where we will be showing you the latest trends in luxury and lifestyle. If you're new here and you want to keep up with the buzz, then you came to the right channel because we'll be uploading more videos like this. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more mind-blowing content. And in this video, if you want to know the assets that can make your life luxurious, then keep watching because we'll be sharing with you exactly that. But before that, let's get to the fundamentals. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this term, you must first understand the distinction between assets and liabilities. Assets allow you to put cash in your pocket, while you have to pay for liabilities. The more assets that provide income for you, the wealthier you become. Isn't this basic stuff? With that in mind, let's get it on, shall we? Number 1. Raw materials and commodities. The price of primary goods and commodities changes according to market conditions. If you are wise and you purchase it while it's cheap, keep it for a while, and then sell it when it's in great demand. This holds true for many aspects of life, from currency to oil, to gold to cryptocurrency, to luxury vehicles and artworks. Gold's price has risen by 278% in the last 15 years. Also, while few people are aware of it, art has outperformed the S&P over the last 20 years. This is one of the main reasons why rich people spend ridiculous amounts of money on art. It makes them even wealthier. The same is true for vintage vehicles. While your automobile is costing you money, some of the world's wealthiest individuals are investing in rare vintage cars that are rapidly increasing in value. The same is true for other collectibles, such as expensive watches. Now, before you go out and spend the entirety of your fortune on a vintage Rolex, after you found some Quora postings about how they multiply in value over time, you should take a few deep breaths. Never put your money into something you don't understand. It's among the most essential money principles. Break it and you'll never become rich. Number 2. Stocks. Stocks are not quite as complex as Wall Street portrays them to be. Stocks are a simple method for you to acquire a portion of a publicly listed company. If a company issues 10 million shares and you possess 1 million of them, you own 10% of the company. This tremendous advancement in financial instruments has enabled the common people to buy a share in some of today's most profitable corporations with extremely minimal entry barriers. There are several venues available for purchasing this sort of share and investing it in the stock market. Number 3. First mover advantage and proprietary business models. Once you create something new in a commercial setting, it is considered an asset. Apple's App Store is one of these developments. Netflix's transition from supplying good DVDs to streaming services has been viewed as a highly valuable asset for the business. It offered them an advantage in capturing market share while everyone else was sitting on the sidelines. It took a few years for the remaining corporations to catch up, but now streaming services are widespread. The same thing happened with music. You used to buy physical albums, eventually digital records, and now you simply pay for premium subscriptions to Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube. And with a novel approach to rent short-term rooms, Airbnb upended the hotel sector. Number 4. People. Few individuals comprehend that companies are not real. Companies are figments of our minds that have been recognized by the state. Companies are names, ideas, and developments that occur under this fictitious umbrella. And who comes up with them all? It's really the people. With their ideas, a single person may radically change a company. Consider the consequences of replacing Steve Jobs with the former Pepsi CEO of the firm. which almost bankrupted what is now perhaps the most recognized technology brand. Further analysis revealed that Apple's main product designer, Johnny Ive, created the goods that are currently in the palm of billions of individuals. Following are the departments that comprise an organization as a whole. There have been instances where larger corporations have purchased startups only to bring those individuals on board. There is a phrase for it. It's called acqui-hire. Nobody in your organization should be irreplaceable, but the more difficult it is to replace some people, the more important they are to you. So make sure they understand how much you value them. If you hire the right people, they will help you become wealthy. Number 5. Patents. Patents are brilliant. For those of you who are unaware, when you develop anything new, you may protect it by acquiring a patent. It is a document that validates you as the inventor and discusses your creation in full. Companies must pay to use your idea if this protection is in place. If they do not, you have the right to sue them. In the corporate sector, patents are extremely strong and precious. A single patent may make you wealthy because patents protect all of the finest innovations. Before you proceed, what are your thoughts about these assets so far? Comment down below what caught your attention the most. Once you're done, let's continue. Number 6. Bonds. Whenever governments or enterprises are in need of funds, they can issue bonds, which are then sold to potential buyers. The government or a firm promises to pay a particular amount of money to the individual purchasing the bonds each month using these bonds. Bonds typically have an expiration period ranging from 1 month to 30 years. Because they are mainly supported by the government, they are extremely safe investments. However, as you are probably well aware, minimal risk in businesses correlates to minimal returns. Bonds typically yield a 3% annual return, which is higher compared to what most banks give, but not high enough to thrill a rookie investor. Number 7. Real estate. Real estate is a fantastic investment for 2 reasons. For starters, rent. Money is flowing in every month with virtually little effort. If you're a little savvy, you can make use of current technological advancements and conduct short-term rentals instead of standard rents for better yields. But it's not as passive. The second argument is appreciation. Even with the coronavirus pandemic, the population is growing, and more individuals need to have a place to live or rent. Because demand is expanding, property values are rising and will continue to rise, constantly making estate one of the finest investments one can have. In terms of real estate assets, there are residential buildings where people live in your properties, office buildings in which people are working in your property and pay your rent, commercial buildings within which businesses are using your space to sell things and pay your rent, and finally, land that can be cultivated, developed, or even left to appreciate. Important note, your residence is a liability, not an asset. It ends up costing you money to live in it, yet it doesn't provide you with any new money. Number 8. Equipment. An asset is something that creates money on your behalf or enables you to earn faster. A tractor is advantageous if you are a farmer. Your laptop is necessary if you are a developer. If you work as an Uber driver, your car is a valuable asset. Whether anything is really an asset or a liability depends on whether it has a direct relationship to the money you generate. Whereas if your income is completely independent of your vehicle, purchasing one is considered a liability. People frequently get the two mixed up. They try to portray it as an asset, when in truth, they are hamstringing their personal earnings as a result of an absence of self-control. Thanks for watching! I hope you learned something meaningful from this video. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. Until next time, see ya!